someone will look at this country and say, here lies a country, here lies the remains of a country that was so good but was destroyed by greed. You mentioned something about the sale of shares in companies. This is just an attempt by people who feel like they want to own everything. Like someone who feel like they want every land that is empty everywhere. When he sees that land, it looks like it doesn't have anybody occupying it.
That's mine.
It has to be his. And he will do everything under the earth to get that. That you even risk national security so that you can accumulate wealth for yourself. When you have already done enough for your kids, your grandkids, and even your great-grandkids will benefit from the wealth that you have, but you still want more. Let's take, for example, if we privatize Kenya Ports Authority, sell government shares to private entity, which means they get from the shores of the ocean into our country is going to be in the hands of the private people. Which means even the things we will be importing into the country, someone who owns most shares in that decides the pricing. And they can let in anything they want because it's theirs. They own it. When we privatize Kenya Pipeline Corporation, you will wake up one day and your car doesn't have fuel. You drive around all these petrol stations. There is no fuel because there is what we call hoarding. So that tomorrow when you find fuel,
the pump prices are high.
There is an increase in price. It will happen because that thing is not controlled by government. It's controlled by an individual. We go like that and privatize, sell the shares in Safaricom. The highest shareholder in Safaricom will be a private person. He will have access to information and communication of every Kenyan. That also borders on national security. But these people,
including M-Pesa, the backbone of this country.
Yes. But because everyone is thinking about themselves. They don't see that as a problem, as a collective mess for this country. That you think the problem Jagero has, I'm immune to that problem, until one day you face the same and you start saying, oh, so like the culture we've been having in this country, people who have been given a good job, you're earning 100,000, you've been given a loan car, you're living in a gated suburb.
Or a position at one of these parastatals.
Yes. Ukiona watu wanaandamana bei ya unga, unaona ni these people, hao ndo wanasemanga stability. They are ruining our stability.
Our comfort.
But there is not that empathy.
Yeah.
But if we just spent a few minutes and thought about how about other people? What would happen? What would I lose if Ochuka lived his life without going through a lot? What would I lose if we built a good dam that will provide water for irrigation in Ukambani? What would I lose if we had a hospital that had drugs given to people? What would you lose if a kid in Budalangi affords education and there is guarantee that they will get a job? There's nothing we'll lose. But what is this that prevents us from making these things to happen when we have the power to make them happen? We do things that do not impact the lives of other people in any way. You spend 1.2 billion to build a church when there is a student in Baringo learning under a tree. You destroy free education. Then there is a woman who came from Baringo. Is it Baringo? Who said that free education makes parents not to be responsible. What did we do? to a point that we have inflicted upon ourselves leaders of such caliber. At free education inafanya wazazi wasikuwe responsible. That's somebody who should be swallowed by a shark. We forget about them.
Most likely the very product of FPE, free
Yes.
primary education.
Free primary education. Some of us, without these things that governments, these programs of free primary education, we would be, I wouldn't be here. Ningekuwa na nafanya mole hunting huko Ushago. Kutoa fuku. That will be the jobs some of us will be doing. But because somebody thought about others, said we have 1 million children on the streets because they cannot afford school fees. What can we do? We can increase the price of a cigarette and a bottle of beer. The few coins we get, we channel it to education. That becomes a country where everyone sees some people making effort for us to get a good country. But what are we doing? We are thinking about ourselves. When you stay out, in a noisy environment, you decorate your room. You make sure that when you are in your house, you cannot